Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and in sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. Alright, and I'm going to entitle this lesson, My Biggest Enemy is My Inner Me. Alright, my biggest enemy is my inner me. Alright, and the inspiration of this video, alright, is from a sequence of videos that I've seen, alright, over this week. Alright, and by different brothers, and it pretty much inspired me to do this lesson, all right, which is gonna lead me, all right, to this scripture right here. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, and it says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." All right, and that outward man would be, okay, your flesh, okay, the old man, all right, the old creature, all right, which you used to be in the world, Shalakia, that old creature, that old man, that old person, all right, that you used to be in the world, which you are now, all right, putting off, all right, and even transitioning into the truth, all right, or being in the truth, all right, you're constantly fighting, all right, that old man, all right, those fleshly ways of the old man, all right, and you're critiquing, all right, the new creature which you have become, all right, through the knowledge of these scriptures, all right. So let me grab this. This is Colossians chapter 3 verse 10, and it says, "And have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its creator." All right, and it says again, "And having put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its creator." All right, so we're putting on the new self, the new creature. All right, and how do we do that? All right, by the word. All right, the scriptures say, "How shall a young man cleanse his way?" All right, by taking heed unto the word. All right, so the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, all right, that it gives you, all right, the wisdom in particular, all right, which is discernment. Okay, you're able to, all right, weed out what's good, all right, and what's bad for you. All right, certain patterns or certain things that you used to do in the world, all right, you start to switch things up, all right. That can be in many things, many forms, in many ways. All right, whether it be financial, all right, whether it be health, all right, and fitness, diet, all right, whatever the case may be, all right, the truth helps change your ways, all right, and it carries on into the world, all right, it pushes on into the world, all right, because the world is corrupt, all right, the ways of the world is corrupt, all right, but this truth and this understanding and this wisdom, all right, it clears things up for you, okay. And I know the apostles, all right, they always use analogies, all right, of boxing and different things like that, you know, just like when you're boxing, right, you know, you shadow boxing with the mirror, all right, to, you know, straighten up your jabs, straighten up your hooks, all right, your uppercuts, All right, you working on, all right, the technique, all right, the footwork. You know, you building from the ground up. You know, all right, or you hitting the bag. You developing power. All right, you pushing off your back foot to, all right, to draw more power into your jab or whatever the case may be. All right, just like those things in the world. All right, you're critiquing and you're examining yourself in the truth, and you're seeing how you can improve each and every day. All right, you're looking for how you can be a better person than you were yesterday. Okay, I woke up at this time. Okay, I find if I wake up at this time and I do these particular things in this order, I have a better day through the Spirit, whether opposed than the others or another way. And some days you may fall short, all right, but you want to be, all right, persistent. All right, me and the brother were speaking about that, all right, during camp, all right, and he sent me a video of the elder going into it, all right, speaking about it, all right. You want to be persistent, all right. You want to continue to do things, all right, no matter, all right, the obstacles or difficulty that you may face, because ultimately it's really Yahweh Shemi Awashai that's putting you to the test, all right, to see if you're going to continue, if you're going to endure, all right. And you may fall flat on your face, but that really doesn't mean anything, all right. The Lord's seeing if you're going to get up and if you're going to continue, all right. And the flesh is going to want you to lay down and stay down and be comfortable, all right. But the Spirit is going to tell you to continue to keep going, all right. So you got to continue to endure, continue to run, all right, at the straight gate, all right. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good," Shalakia, what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So we got to be conformed, all right, to the ways of the Lord and not the ways of the world, all right, and be transformed in our minds, all right, in the way the Lord wants us to be able to overcome the flesh, all right, to not have that weak nature, not be over emotional about the things that happen to us. And it's easier said than done, all right, but you got to push through it, all right. So let's get this real quick. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 23, and it says, "And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right, so we got to continue to put on that new man. All right, we got to keep that new man activated. All right, and like the scriptures say, all right, he that basically dwells in the spirit, all right, will consist of things of the spirit. All right, but he that soweth to the flesh, all right, will reap the things of the flesh. Shalak, I got cut off, all right, in the middle of my video. All right, but as I was saying before, okay, he that soweth to the spirit, all right, will reap the benefits of the spirit, all right, and he that soweth to the flesh, all right, will reap the benefits of the flesh. All right, so we always got to stay in that spiritual mind frame, all right, of things, all right, because there's a war, all right, within your mind, all right, to want to follow the ways of your flesh, do the deeds of your flesh, okay? But I guarantee, all right, if you continue to be diligent, all right, throughout the spirit, all right, that you will find more pleasure, all right, in your spirit than you do in the flesh, man. Okay? So, that's pretty much the lesson that I wanted to make, all right, is that, all right, your biggest enemy, all right, is your enemy, all right, and it's a constant battle, it's a constant fight, all right, to continue to do the right thing, all right, and stay on a straight and narrow path, all right, but we can do it, all right. The Lord conquered the world, all right, as an example for us to know that we can do the same, all right. And if we always keep that in mind, all right, always meditate on these scriptures, all right, we'll be able to do the same also. So Lord willing, this video was inspiring, all right. I want to give all praise, again, honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Lord willing, I say Shalom.